And that opens us up. Episode 22 here at Humans Anonymous. My name is Landon. And we are joined today for a brief moment by a very special guest, Olivia. Olivia, can you say hi? Can you wave? A little shell-shocked? Yeah? What do you can you tell us anything? Can you say hello? No, it is. Anyway, here we are. Episode 22 of Humans Anonymous. Like I said, my name is Landon Ballard. First off, we just want to thank you guys for joining us. Any of you that are listening for the first time, thank you for tuning in. Anybody who's repeated, coming back every week or every few weeks, we thank you. We appreciate you. Wherever you're watching you're listening, thank you for watching or listening. Right? Yeah. All right. So the last week we celebrated Father's Day. Can you say Father's Day? Yeah, Father's Day. And we had a blast. I was able to kind of chat with some of my family a little bit just about Father's Day, what Father's Day meant to them. And yes, if you're wondering, she might be in and out the episode. But she's chilling with me today. She's not feeling great. She's feeling a little under the weather. And so Dad's been keeping a close eye on her because Mom and Sissy had some things to do today. So she'll be joining us. She'll probably be in and out. But I kind of wanted to talk about, oddly enough, parenting and what parenting kind of means to me and how that has translated to my life being an addict. And so I want to talk about that a little bit. And so without further ado, I guess I'll just jump right into it, Liv, if that's all right with you. All right. So we talked a lot last week about kind of what you felt made your father a good father, things like that. And so this week I kind of want to go over kind of the things that I have picked up as a father who's also a recovering addict. And so obviously in the program, we have to work through a lot of mental stuff as well as dealing with the physical addiction itself. And so through that process, I've learned a lot, not just as an addict and how to stay clean, but as a person. And so I think that it's kind of a unique point of view. And I think that it's a point of view that a lot of people have. There are a lot of people who have overcome addiction to lead, completely normal lives and have kids and have families. And so I definitely think that it's not something that I'm the only one who experienced it. But so I guess for starters, the first thing that I kind of want to talk about is purpose. And so one thing that I learned a lot in recovery is finding that purpose. It's something we talk about on here all the time, finding a purpose. And that's something that through recovery, I was able to do, and I was able to understand what that looks like. Obviously, like I said, we talk about this a lot. And so for me, my purpose had to line up differently than a lot of other people's purpose. I was kind of forced into my purpose per se. I was kind of getting clean and learning how to live life sober while becoming a dad and while growing up into this role that I'm kind of in now. And so I think that finding that purpose for me in recovery has translated immensely into my purpose for my kids, coming to that realization almost selfishly of that purpose of I have to live because I want to for me, because I want my future memories. And seeing, kids, anybody who has experienced addiction and then have kids, no, I didn't get sober for my kids. I couldn't get sober for my kids, for my wife. I had to get sober for myself. But having kids, becoming a dad, it made me realize. Yeah, I know. It made me realize how good my future could be. And that was something that I lost sight of for a long time. I was in a real dark place, as most addicts are at some point in their life. And, really, what do you got going on there? All right. but as I was saying, I was in a very negative, kind of dark place, obviously in my addiction. And, I didn't think that the future could be bright. They always say the future, you can do whatever you want in the future. You know, um, it's all uphill from here. The future is bright, whatever they say. But it's hard when you're in that low spot to feel like there is any point in going forward. And so having kids, having a wife too, gives me a little bit more hope for the future. And in essence, gives me a little bit more of that purpose, a more of that drive to selfishly say, I want to live so that I can see my kids grow up, so that I can, stay with my wife until we both die of old age, so that, that long list of things that you literally uh, can't do if you are not around, and so for me, the choice to stop was one that I had to make in and of myself. Hold on, sweetie. But obviously, having a family, having a wife, while they are not my sole purpose for getting sober, they have helped me to see that there is a purpose in getting sober. And so I think purpose would be one of the big things for me that I felt like kind of talking to people over the last couple weeks and exploring this a little bit. I feel like that's something that I learned as an addict that I've been able to carry with me kind of as a dad. And in turn, when my kids get older, I will be driven to help them find that same purpose and that same drive to find their purpose. And so I think that that's a unique thing that I can kind of take into parenting with me as an addict. Couple other things. The first one that I wanted, I guess the second one that I want to talk about is commitment to do hard things. This is something that every addict has to learn, develop, figure out. How do I do hard things efficiently, well? How do I stick to it? How do I commit to doing hard things? Because whether we like it or not, raising kids is a hard thing. And there are a lot of times where I have wanted to not do things the best way. There have been a lot of times where I want to take the shortcut and to holler and scream until people listen to me. And I haven't been perfect. Sometimes I do those things. But being an addict, I have developed this sense of knowing when I'm doing something wrong that needs to change because it's affecting myself and or other people. And this isn't just something that addicts have, obviously. You want me to put it back up there? All right. This isn't just something that addicts have, obviously, but it's something in recovery that I kind of developed is, and I'm losing my train of thought here, but just where were we? Sweet, sweet girl. That ability to understand that your actions have effect, whether it's on yourself, whether it's on someone around you. Sometimes, especially at the beginning of my addiction, I was very blind to that. And so to be able to see that a little more clearly now is beyond helpful, because there are a lot of things that I do have done with my kids, that I have chose to do with my kids, that are purely because I know that things need to be thought through, because things have consequences, actions have effects. What's up, little sweetie? Would you like to say something? Yeah. Yeah? All right. All right. Yeah. How old are you? Can you say one? One. Okay. And what's your favorite snack? Do you like cereal? Yeah. You like cereal? What about cookies? and as children, as adolescents, and as even people who are new in recovery, a lot of times, like little Olivia over here, she doesn't always realize that her actions have consequence. And when you're dealing with raising a child, the consequence is them not knowing the right way to do things. Isn't that right? Yeah. So I think that we'll probably just cover one more and then we'll call it. But one other thing that I think that as an addict also makes me a great dad, or sorry, as a recovering addict, because if I was still in active addiction, this would be a whole different story, wouldn't it, Liv? But I think one of the great things about me as an addict that I have been able to carry into my journey here and as a father is fun. I have dealt with some of the craziest stories you could imagine. I've been through a lot of ups and downs, and being on this road of sobriety now, I have been enjoying life more than I ever had on drugs or on alcohol. And so being able to bring that joy out of me just in being sober is huge. And then being a dad on top of that and getting to share that joy with them and have them bring out every little bit that there was down in there that wasn't already out. And just looking at her makes me smile. And I can't, I can't talk about her for too long without just feeling emotional, because these kids, they didn't save my life, but they kept my life together in a lot of different ways. And I think the argument could be made that they saved my life. But beyond all of that, more than anything, I look at them and I just feel that overwhelming joy to be their dad, because this is an experience that 5 years ago, I never thought that I would be able to have. I didn't think that I would be alive in 5 years ago. And so the fact that I've made it through what that I've made through, and I've been able to carry that and use that as a parent, whether it's like I was talking about with committing to being a parent and doing the hard stuff, right? Or whether it's the fun that comes with me of I've been through a lot and I'm on the other side now and I get to enjoy life now. But yeah, those were kind of just a few things that I've been mulling over and thinking about that I feel like is unique about me as a father, but is not unique in general. Like a lot of people, I think, carry things with them, obviously, from all experiences of their life into adulthood and into parenthood. But I think that a lot of people think that addicts or recovering addicts tend to be some type of way. I guess I don't even know how to say it, but I have often been not even looked down upon, but I think people oftentimes hold people who have been in addiction or been in alcoholism to a little bit higher of a standard, because there have been so many downfalls in the past. And so I think that being able to take those downfalls and take that experience and use it, I don't know, here, you have that, and use that as a parent, as an adult, is huge. And so without further ado, we'll kind of wrap up. Livy, can you come up here and sit on my lap? Yeah? All right. So, like we always say, please go check us out if you'd like to hear more, see more information. If you like the content we're putting out, it's www.moi.net, and we'll throw it up here at some point. But that's our website. Like you see up here, MWAH stands for Messages Which Are Hopeful. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It stands for Messages Which Are Hopeful. And that's our company, our website. That is who we are representing over here at Humans Anonymous. So if you have any questions, you can also reach us on there to ask us questions, any inquiries. So yeah, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. We love you guys and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.